Hi everybody, it's Lord Matchkiss. We're going to play some Contra 3 today on the SNES. So, figured I got some time this week since I'm off for Christmas holiday or whatever, even though I don't really give a shit about Christmas, but I do give a shit about Super Nintendo games. So, we're going to play some right now. Let's do this. So, Contra is it's an amazing shooter series. I will let the intro play so you can see because it's really fun. It's another excellent Konami game. Here, wait for a second. Yeah, it auto plays. Yeah, there we go. One thing to note, if you actually read the instruction manual that comes with this, it gives you kind of a some kind of backstory for this. It doesn't matter much, but the funniest thing about it, this game takes place on Valentine's Day. Yep, and I believe that guy is the main villain, Red Falcon. Yeah. Oh no, the Alien Wars. Was my favorite line. Let's attack aggressively. Now that is a badass intro. Short, sweet, to the point. Get shit done. So I'm gonna play it on normal. I've only ever beaten it on hard one time, and I had to kind of cheat to do it. So it's a very short game, but it's also actually a pretty hard game to play. And this is one of the games that comes on the SNES Mini if you happen to have one of those. Definitely recommends play the shit. So the B weapon is the barrier. These are bombs that do this. They reset when you die, so you gotta kind of use it or lose it. The S is the spread gun. H is for homing missiles. L is the laser. It is kind of a high power attack, but it's also a little bit slower. Your default is just a regular machine gun. The homing's really good for this first area. When you play it on hard, a lot of the stuff changes, the enemies shoot you faster, and there's a couple strategies that don't work on hard because the attack patterns are slightly different. Yeah, I gotta avoid their bullets. This is fun. You get to steal a tank. Just drive it straight through here. You don't get to keep it long, but you get it just long enough to blow up this building, so. The C is the crush gun. It's a very powerful weapon. It explodes when it hits something. If you press, I believe it's the X button, you can swap between weapons. You can carry up to 2, but whatever weapon you have equipped when you die, you will lose it. Yeah, I don't want homing. Yeah, that's alright, I can keep these two. So here, yeah, if you press both the L and the R button and the Y button at the same time, you can kind of jump and do this spinning shooting attack that's not really useful for anything, but it sure as hell looks cool. So, uh-oh. Yeah, you gotta go through this angry volcano area now. Some carefully timed jumps. Uh-oh. That was not very carefully timed. So yeah, now I've lost my crush gun and I'm back down to the machine gun, but I picked up a spread again, so. This is actually one of the poses that's on the box art for the game on the back of it. It's just holding both weapons out at the same time. I believe on hard, if you shoot the top of a shell, you will not be able to destroy it. But on normal, you can blow this thing up. And you really would like to do that because, yeah, it does shoot these enemies out of it. So yeah, once you do that, now you can't shoot those out. His heart thing just shoots bullets at you, and then yeah, his mouth can shoot these. It's a pretty easy boss. Doesn't take too much to kill him. Yeah, you can also lay down and duck like that too, which is useful in certain areas. There's 6 levels to this game, so that was the end of the first level. 4 of the levels are like this, they're side-scrolling, and 2 of them are top-down. So levels 2 and 5 are the top-down levels. The controls of them are actually a little bit different, so, and the guns do different things in the top-down mode. So for these ones, you have to blow up each one of these little circle things, and you get to pick where you want to start in the level for this. So I always start in this corner. It makes it nice and easy. Depending upon what difficulty level you're on, depends upon what AI that these things use. The laser and the flamethrower are probably the best weapons to use in these levels because they shoot in a constant stream. The laser is the best one though because it's just really powerful. I don't like the laser most of the time for the regular levels, but for the top-down laser is probably the best thing that you can have, so. Because you never run out of ammo. Get another barrier. You're invincible while you're protected by the barrier. Yep. Yeah, those roads will crumble a little bit, so gotta watch out. So one of the things you can do, you can actually lay down underneath those and let the bullets pass over you, which is how you have to kill some of them. Yep. And this is a spider mech. So strategy, you want to blow up the back thing and then start killing its feet, because the feet drop guns. I already have that one. I like to pick up flamethrowers. Especially for the next level, the flamethrower helps a lot. The main red thing is the eye. There we go. And that's where you have to actually hit it in order to kill it. So, but since the feet shoot bullets at you, it's usually worth just killing them, and you can also get weapons from killing them too. See, the difference between the flamethrower and the laser in these levels... Oh, shit. Yeah, he came directly at me that time. The flamethrower will actually shoot through an enemy, whereas the laser is blocked by it, so... Yeah, and you can do the spinning thing here in the top-down mode, which is kind of cool. Yeah. There we go. That's level 2. Yeah, and after you get certain certain amounts of points for killing enemies, you do get extra lives. You can change it. I changed it to the default of 7 lives per continue. But yeah, it can be as little as 3, or you can set it to 5 or 7. Honestly, there's not really any reason to set it to less than 7 unless you're trying to challenge yourself. On hard, this level is actually really difficult, but on normal, it's pretty simple. In this area, yeah, you just want to don't let these things carry you too far because they'll just carry you off the screen and kill you. Flamethrower is fantastic here for this reason, because then normally what has to happen is you have to like get on this and then shoot it from underneath. But the flamethrower is great because you can actually just stand over here and shoot it. However, yeah, you gotta be careful because it does have a drill that will come up, and you might, if you accidentally grab onto it as it's flying away, you will just die. So there we go. So we got a crush and a flamethrower. And as you see, the flamethrower just shoots directly through, which is useful because it kills these missiles. So now we gotta scale this wall with this thing. This is actually one of the hardest places on hard mode to get through, because the AI for this enemy in this upcoming mini boss fight is way different, and it's way harder to fight it. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, this is not going to be a very long stream because this game is not very long, but it's fine. So what happens here is that this thing has drills that it will try to come down and peg you with. But in hard, it actually moves and drills you at the same time. Whereas here, when it goes in for a drill, it only goes straight. So, and you also gotta watch out because I don't have a gun that can actually like. Yeah, if you have like double flamethrowers, for instance, you can't kill those guys, and they shoot lots of bullets. So, don't need that. Oh, next boss. You gotta wait till the red eye thing opens up. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So one of the things you can do is, since, you know, the crush gun, you can only shoot a few bullets at a time, you can do this thing called weapon switching, where you just like fire between both guns at the same time if you switch it quickly. I'm not particularly good at it, but it's one way you can kill bosses a lot faster. I'm just trying not to lose my guns because it will be very helpful to have both of these for this fight. I'm gonna fight like two Terminator things. Yeah, crawl up the wall. And also climb on the ceiling here. Yeah, you want to kill the brown one as quickly as possible, and the blue one's not that big of a threat, it's just the brown one is a little bit more aggressive and needs to die quickly. And yeah, so now we're fighting the end boss for this level. He shoots lasers out of his eyes. And then after a little bit, he'll just start doing this. So the trick here is it'll go faster when it's on hard mode. But yeah, if you don't kill him fast enough, he'll close the doors and put bombs in there, so you have to kind of run to the other side. And then when doors open back up, he repeats the attack pattern. But if you have the crush gun, you can usually kill him fast enough where he doesn't do the bombs. This level's fun. So this is kind of neat. You're on a motorcycle like this, or for most of this level. If you kill enough of these things, you can get some extra lives. They're just on like air motorcycles. There's lots of mini bosses here. You just have to kill this tank. So you can kill these things. However, in all difficulties, that's not necessarily feasible. We're going to want this for this next part. Gotta kind of wait till it subsides a little bit and then sneak underneath this. So you gotta flamethrower the black guy without getting hit by the pink ones, yeah, like that drop down on top of you. You can just navigate between them like this, and actually in the higher difficulty you have to, but it's more fun to blow them up. Alright, so you gotta trigger that, go underneath it, and then you're fine. So we're gonna be coming back to that blimp in a second, but now we gotta deal with this nonsense. Depending upon which side of the screen you're on, you will get a different weapon. If you go on the left side, it's a spread gun, and on the right side, you get a crush gun. Now you got this guy who thinks that he's hot shit, and you need to tell him otherwise. Alright. And now we're riding a missile. Many missiles, in fact. So you kind of see what's going on. There's just an infinite supply of missiles that keep coming. Your goal is just blow up the barrier, and now that the red part's exposed, it'll try to blow up the missiles as it's coming at it. And you just gotta shoot the center. It's pretty easy, just be careful not to run out of space and fall them, because there's no missiles. There we go. Yep, we obliterated it. Okay. Up to 10 lives, okay. Let's see if we can... Maybe I can do this in one continue. This is level 5. Alright. So, the red spiders will shoot fireballs at you. Yeah, the red snakes also shoot fireballs. The other spiders just aggressively come towards you. You really need the laser for this level to fight the boss. So you gotta be kind of protective of it. No, it's perfect. You got 2. You can just manage to not get hit, we'll be fine. No, 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 no. Let's not do that. Alright, we're good. Yeah, not taking that. So, here, there is a trick that you can do. It's going to continually shoot out these little arm things. The arms will drop weapons. The eyeball in the center is actually the boss, or it's like red area where you gotta hit it. You can keep blowing up the arms, and you do get points for killing these arms. So one thing that you might want to do is you can kill them for a while to get the set of weapons that you like the most, which I usually do like to have a fire and a laser. However, yeah, be careful not to like go up too far to it, because if you touch it, you will actually die. And once it takes a certain amount of damage, then everything's gonna start getting really freaky. But yeah, you can actually get a shit ton of extra lives if you just stand here and use a laser on this, because you'll just keep killing the arms and accumulating points. So this is one of the ways you can kind of cheat. If you can get to this point in the game, you can just stock up to, I believe it's 30 lives is the max to go into the last level with, which it's kind of, the last level is really tough on hard, so you may need to do that the first few times. I know I definitely had to. But oh fuck. Yeah, see, I'm not paying attention. I guess I just picked up a laser anyway, though. So now that it's taken a certain amount of damage, it's going to spin. On hard mode, it actually spins a little bit faster, so that it's even more difficult to try to aim at the boss. Yeah, it may be necessary also to lie down in order to dodge the fireballs too. There we go. May as well take that since I don't have another gun at the moment. But definitely try to keep a flamethrower for the last level if you can. So, yeah, that guy's pretty easy, but it's a good place to stock up on lives for the last area on hard. So here we go. Now this is just, yeah, this part of the game is really tough. The difficulty ramps up quickly. So this guy is really easy if you have a flamethrower. He just spits enemies out of his mouth that fly all over the screen, but with the flamethrower you can attack both at the same time. The crush gun helps a little bit here. You do want to kill these things because they shoot out these little things that they're just like bullets. Oh fuck. No! I lost my flamethrower. Oh my god, now things are just falling apart. Okay. We're still fine. Alright, this spread gun is really good here. And the game is kind enough to give you one right before this, because you need to be able to kill the enemies that it's spawning and attack it at the same time. If you can focus on the little pods, you can blow them up, but it's usually... yeah, see, I killed one of them. It's usually just better if you can spread and attack the whole thing at once. The laser is important for the next boss, though. And you will get one right here, too. Okay, so I got 2 lasers now. I believe this is actually one of the bosses from the first Contra game. You can stand on it. Just don't get hit by these things, and jump over its laser that it shoots at your face. You can kill it in 2 goes here if you hit it enough times, but sometimes it may take you 3 tries. So you're fine all the way on the left side of the screen, just jump when it comes and attacks you. Yeah, and like I said, make sure not to get hit by those little things. Grab the crush gun, because that's going to be helpful for this fight. I think this might be one of the old Contra bosses as well. The crush gun, yeah, you just want to hit him enough so it does this. So your strategy is move down, shoot up diagonally, and then his tail won't hit you. You do not want to lose the crush gun here, though. You definitely are going to need it for this last area. This is the last boss. So stand there on the right, shoot up immediately with the crush gun so you can kill that one. Because these things can come across the entire screen. Alright, and the flamethrower is the one you want to use here, because it can keep an eye on the enemies and the thing it spawns at the same time. The machine gun's actually not even that bad. You just need... oh, fuck. You don't want to let those little spawned enemies get too far away. Just shoot at both his eyes and shoot the gem in the center of his head. There we go. Okay, last boss, part 2. You only get to play part 3 when it's on hard mode, though. So usually this will take about 4 lives if you're kind of okay at this. It's very random though, so this one's not terrible. Oh fuck. Okay, I got hit by that. I should. That's not the worst one. This one's pretty bad. You don't want to get hit by this. Generally, like, you don't want to use your bomb unless you think it's likely you're going to die from one of the forms he's attacking you with. Somehow I dodged all that. This is one of the best ones you can get because he can't actually hit you. So you just want to jump here on the left or the right. You can't really kill his legs at all, so... yeah, I think he's gonna die quick. Oh, fuck. Like, the eyeballs can actually be killed, so that helps. This one is tough. You want to be, like, right... you want to line it up so that... and it's hard. You have to do it look right, like, immediately. There's certain spots where if you lay on the ground, these things won't hit you. It's like right about here, and I did not get it. This one is the best one, because he shoots out weapons and bombs. So if you die and lose some of your weapons, it gives you a chance to get back. Actually, yeah, this one's also insanely easy. He's not going to attack you, and you just shoot through the brains and hit him. So there we go. Now he's dead. So after this, in hard mode, there is actually one more form that you have to fight, but since we're only on normal, you don't get to fight that form. But there you go. That's Super Contra. So let's get out of here. This place is about to explode. This was actually a lot shorter than I thought it would be. Only about 30 minutes. Yeah, so in hard mode, he gets like a metal shell with some legs and he starts climbing up this alien ribcage kind of thing, chasing you with it, so... in this, yeah, normally just dies. So we're gonna fly out of here with the helicopter and the missile. And, yep, there we go. That's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I am not quite good enough at this yet to really beat the game convincingly and hard, so I'm not going to try doing that. But the game's pretty short. It's really fun. It's actually really hard. You have to practice it a lot to get good at it, but otherwise, it's something I enjoy just picking up for a little while. One of my favorite games in the Super Nintendo, because it's short, easy, you know, satisfying, looks really nice. The controls are pretty good in the game too. I believe this one is also on the 3DS Virtual Store, so if it's something that you can take with you and just play if you have like 5 minutes, which I think that's exactly the kind of game that this is the kind of system this should be on, so I'm glad that they decided to port it on there. Yeah, that's really all I got for today. Yeah, I don't know what I'll play next, or when I'll do it. Who knows? It could be tomorrow, it could be a month from now. It always depends. But yeah, alright, that's all I got. So thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll see if you have suggestions for what you want me to play next on, like, pretty much anything from, like, you know, this generation, so Sega, Super Nintendo games, that's my jam. So alright, see you later. I hope you had a good holiday.